Hello everyone and welcome back to another bullet journaling video. Today we are doing December 2022, so let's light this candle. I love this candle. This is a Rowan Whitethorn inspired candle that smells like pine and snow. It's great. Anyway, this is my color palette for this month. I thought I would show you here at the beginning. Just a little sneak peek of what's to come. And yeah, let's get started. First, I wanted to kind of flip through November's spreads just to see what they look like. If you missed this video, check it out. I'll have it linked. This theme was based after Taylor Swift's new album, Midnights, so go check that out if you're interested in doing a theme based on Midnights. But for today, first, of course, I've got to start my audiobook. I'm listening to the sequel of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Loving the series so far. It's just really fun audiobooks to listen to. But anyway, on to this month's theme. So I'm calling this, I think, Winter in the Woods, or Winter Woods, I don't know. There's a lot of trees in this theme. So yeah, it's gonna be green heavy, which is great for December. I wanted to do a theme that wasn't necessarily Christmas, you know, because not everyone celebrates Christmas, but there are bits and pieces here that you can make Christmas like I did, and also you can leave it just plain winter wonderland-esque, if you will. But yeah, I'm starting in here with a lot of evergreen trees. This is the title page, by the way, and I'm just drawing off of a loose sketch that I had sketched in here before I started filming. This is actually kind of an easy theme for me, I guess. I did not take a lot of time to do this. It's definitely more gestural, more sketchy qualities to the drawings in this month's theme, which was great because I didn't have to stress out about it, and I just did it. And I love trees and forests because they don't have to be perfect and they still get the point across. So yeah, don't be intimidated. It's just a lot of spiky triangles if you think about it. So I am just trying to create the illusion of depth here. I'm starting with the warmest green in the foreground and then fading to the darker green and then to the kind of grayish brown in the background, and that I find is a really effective way of the illusion of depth of space, because now we're going in with the mountains, which really ties in the title page. I love these mountains. They just make everything feel more wintry and wonderland-y. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. I'm doing this voiceover at night and I'm tired, so bear with me. Yes, so I am using Copic markers for these mountains, which with the trees I was using my Tombow water-based markers. I am using a mix of markers in this month's theme, which I usually don't do. I usually do one or the other, but I found that I just like the greens of the Tombow better. And with the Tombow markers, the water-based ones, they don't bleed together as much, which is good when you're doing layered trees. But when you're doing the mountains like I was doing just now, when I wanted that fade, the gradient of like the misty base of the mountains up to the dark peaks, that's when the Copic markers really came in handy because they bleed together and blend really well. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. I'm adding some bushes at the bottom and just putting in a few more details with some darker colors to the trees that are in the foreground. I'm finishing off the peaks of the mountains right now, and I put in a little lines of blue here and there, and also some detailing with my pens on the lake, because I hope you can tell that's a lake. I do go in later and deepen the color of the lake a bit more, so I think it's more obvious a bit later. But yes, that is a lake in the woods at the base of a mountain. I guess it would be in a valley, kind of in my head. This is a valley in the mountains at wintertime, where there's a frozen pond. Anyway, so now I'm deepening up the color of the lake a little bit more. I hope you can tell in the video. I actually have a new ring light, guys. Like, I used to film with 3 different lights pointing at my desk, but now I just have one ring light that's actually really nice and bright, but this is my first time using it, so I'm still kind of getting used to how my camera adjusts to the new lighting, if you know what I mean. So I hope it looks good. I'm just really excited that I have a new fancy ring light. Anyway, now I'm going in with the title page, or not the title of the title page, which is obviously December. I'm using a fancy little script. I'm just copying a font I liked off of the font website, DaFont. I always do this. Don't think I know how to make pretty fonts off the top of my head, because I really do not. I just copy what I see. I have my calendar days written in there, and yeah, I'm almost done with this page. I just have a little bit of rounding out to do on the right side here. I'm really just bringing what I already did on the left side of the page, and I'm dragging it over onto the right side. I like when bullet journals do this, when the illustration spreads to both sides of the page. It just makes everything look really nice. So yeah, I just have some mountains across the top, and I'm bringing some trees in on the sides as well. I'm sorry, it was so rude of me not to film drawing in the little skater on the pond, but I guess I forgot to film it. I was kind of struggling with that silhouette. Honestly, it's not super easy to make a silhouette that small of a girl that looks like she's ice skating, you know what I mean? So that took a bit of time, but yeah, that's kind of the focal point of that side of the page, is the ice skater. I was really inspired to do something with ice skating this month because I recently saw Disney on Ice with my niece, and it was so much fun. It was a great show, and I love ice skating. I think it's beautiful and fascinating, so I kind of wanted to include that with my winter woods theme. Now, of course, we've moved on to the second spread. This is going to be my books read spread. I hate saying that every month. It is such a tongue twister. Anyway, so this one just has some more evergreens along the bottom, and I wanted a bigger evergreen tree to span the middle crease. And I decided to decorate that tree with some garland, and I do end up putting a star on the tree too. You don't have to make it a Christmas tree. I just wanted to. I celebrate Christmas. I love Christmas. So I took the opportunity to decorate the main tree. And I'm also doing the same effect I did on the first page, where I'm creating the illusion of a lot of trees by putting the lighter green trees in the foreground, and then going with the darker green just behind that, and then the brown behind those. Here I'm adding that star I mentioned. But yeah, this is just a really quick, easy way to give the illusion of drawing a lot of trees without having to actually draw a lot of trees. And now across the top I'm putting my title of books in red. I spend a lot of time sketching out that font so that it looks pretty when I go in with my pen, because I'm honestly not that good at calligraphy. I really am not. So yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that, but I sketch out a lot of my font before I go in with my pens, so I make sure that it looks good. And wow, does that take me a while. Jeez Louise. Alright, finally I'm going in with my pen. Yeah. I can't believe how long that took me. Anyway, now I'm going in with my boxes. At least I should be soon. Oh, nope. I am putting little white dots all over my garland to make it even cuter than it was before. And now, yes, here we go. I'm going in with my boxes. I've decided to color block my boxes with this cold blue color. I don't know. It's a muted blue, almost a gray blue. It looks cold. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyway, and I kind of skipped forward. I put my little stars in my boxes. I've done that a million times, so I apologize that I skipped over it this month. And we are on to the third spread, which is going to be my TBR page and my hauled page. I'm not gonna lie to you, this was the page that I had no idea what I was doing with it for the majority of the time. So anyway, I knew I wanted a bigger illustration of ice skates on this page, and that's all. So the rest of it I just was kind of making up as I went along. But anyway, I decided I wanted some sort of, I guess you could call it a garland, but basically like pine sort of branch garland along the top and the bottom. I don't know, you know what I mean. Anyway, so I needed to bring green into this page because I didn't have an idea of how or what to be green on this page. So I was like, okay, I'll do some sort of garland that's green to solve that problem. Anyway, I zoom in a little bit here, and I've decided to make it look like my title is hanging off of a sign, and this title says Books I Got for Christmas, aka this is my hauled page. I'm planning on hopefully getting a lot of books for Christmas, so I have a whole page dedicated to that. I made the sign look like it's a little bit snowy. I thought that was really cute. And now finally I'm getting to coloring in my garland. That green color we've been using this whole time. This was a great way to include the color green without doing more trees. Honestly, I was sick of doing trees at this point. I wanted a spread where I didn't have to draw trees. So this garland was my solution, I guess, to that issue. And now I'm going in and sketching out the ice skates here on the left before going in with a pen, of course. I am using a reference photo to make it look as close to ice skates as possible, of course. It wasn't too bad. As far as difficulty level goes, I didn't think these were too hard to do. So yeah. I also added some things hanging down off the top garland along with the sign, which I've markered in now. Just a few ornaments or icicles here and there just to add a little bit of spice to the page, I guess. Yeah, just adding a little bit more interest, and I color those in. And honestly, this is a really simple spread. I just add bits and bobs wherever I feel like I need to there at the top, just to add, you know, fill the space, do what I gotta do. But otherwise, this is almost done. I add some, I don't know what you call these lines, separator lines, to where I'll be putting my list. And also I decided I needed my TBR title to be inside a wreath, something that would help fill that space there, but also a dedicated place to put TBR, because I wasn't sure where to put that until I came up with the wreath idea. So yeah, good for me. So that wraps up my third spread of pages. And now we're on to the fourth and final spread. This one is, guess what? More trees. We're doing the exact same technique as before. Light green in the front, darker as we go back. This one is also a very simple page. It's mostly just trees. This page is going to hold my goal tracker, and it's going to be my monthly favorite page. So this is pretty repetitive, probably pretty boring to watch, but it's the same sort of thing. Obviously, I enjoyed drawing it though. I thought it was therapeutic, and I just enjoyed that it was really easy. I didn't have to think very hard while I was doing this. And also here on the right, like I mentioned, it's my favorite page, so I leave a big rectangle blank for where I'll be pasting a photo of my favorite book that I read this month. And I'm working on the font of goals and fave there at the top. And now finally I'm getting to the piece de resistance of the page, which is a deer or a reindeer or whatever, a stag. It is whatever you want it to be, but I'll call it a reindeer. So I'm making a silhouette of a reindeer here in the forest, or I guess kind of like on the outside of the forest in the snow. And yeah, it wasn't too hard to draw. It was pretty simple. I didn't want to do any details, so it is just a silhouette. I spend some time trying to add just a few details to the snow with a really light gray marker, and I'm adding little stars by the titles like I did on the other ones on previous pages. And with those final details wrapped up, I am ready to print off my calendars, because like I said, the left side of the page is my goal tracker, and I decided this month I would just print out calendars again using my Fomimo printer. This is just a really quick and easy way to get calendars on the page, and that way I could just go with my illustration and not have to worry about illustrating around any calendars. And I just pasted those in because this paper is sticker paper. And that wraps up my fourth and final spread. And it is time for the final flip through. I love the final flip through because you can really see all the details up close. I am really proud of this month. I am proud of myself for taking it easy and yet still coming up with a theme that I think is really, really pretty. You can really tell in the close-ups that the lake is blue, and I added some snowy details to the trees. And yeah, it's just really cute and fun and illustrative and nothing too crazy, and it was honestly really, really fun to make this title page. And here is my second spread where I like to keep track of the books I read in the month, the title, author, rating, and a little synopsis for each one will go in those color boxes. I did put little white dots on the borders of those, and overall this page turned out really cute. I like it a lot. There was a bit of a mix-up at the bottom where I didn't plan for the snow before I went in with the green, but it's fine. It's not very noticeable at all, and I am happy with that spread. And here I'm on to the third spread, my TBR and hauled page. I really like the ice skates. Like I said earlier, I really wanted to kind of have that be part of the focus of this month's theme was ice skating. Yeah, so I really like how that looks. I think the top garland with everything hanging down from it is super fun, and I can't wait to fill up this page with all the books I hope to get for Christmas. And now on to the fourth and final spread. I really do like how the spread turned out. I think once I added the calendars, it really brought the page together. It was just a really simple page to do. The silhouette of the reindeer was really easy. and yet really effective to the winter theme and a little nod to Christmas as well. So with that being said, that was December 2022 Winter in the Woods theme. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I hope to see you in the next one.